welcome to today's video. I'm really excited to be here today. As you guys can kind of see, I have the dogs here with me out on the back patio. I decided to film out here again because you guys really enjoyed it. So I just want to thank you guys so much for the great feedback from the last video. I'm just so happy you guys still enjoy those types of videos, sit down, chat with me, all of that, more long form and just me sitting in front of the camera and telling you guys a story. So thank you guys for commenting, liking that video, because we are here for another episode, I guess you can call it. I really enjoyed hearing your stories on my previous video of how you met your partner's family and vice versa. I love that some of you could connect with my particular story. I would love to hear your story on today's topic. As you can tell by the title here, we are going to talk about moving in with your partner. And I think this is such a cool topic because I know there, again, is no right or wrong time to move in with your partner. When you know, sometimes it works out well and sometimes it can crash and burn. I've definitely been through both of those processes, but that's kind of life. You live, you learn, you go down your own path. But yeah, I'm just going to get into how I moved in with my partner and when and the timeline and all of it. So if you're interested, keep on watching. All right, let's start from the beginning. I know I mentioned kind of how and when I met my boyfriend in the previous video, but in case anybody is new, welcome. I hope you guys enjoy, stick around and subscribe. But if you're new, my boyfriend and I have been together for almost 2 years. And when we met, it was that, again, I'm going to repeat it from last video, one of those magical moments where you just kind of know you feel comfortable with this person. Everything was easy. I had mentioned this before, but when my boyfriend and I went on our first date, the chemistry was just amazing. It was easy. Things were not awkward. We had that instant connection that everybody dreams of, and it was something that just felt right. So for us, him and I started dating, and I would say after the first month of dating, we started to see each other every single day, almost every single day. And it would be to the point where after work, we would meet up. I would go to his place. We would have dinner together. We would watch TV. You know, it moved pretty quickly for him and I because of that strong instant connection. And of course, with things like that, it could go really great or really bad. You never really know, but I was just kind of going with my gut feeling, and I was comfortable, and we were happy, and we were having fun. So very quickly, after 1 month, I started spending the night there every single day. I started moving clothes into his closet, into his house, probably 2 or 3 months in. And keep in mind, I still had my own apartment. We both lived in the city at the time, but we were in different neighborhoods. So we were probably, I don't know, a 10-minute drive away from each other. So we were close to each other, but not in walking proximity unless you really wanted to walk an hour. So yeah, I just started spending the night. I started bringing some clothes over, leaving clothes there, and it started to get to a point where I wasn't at my apartment that much, so I brought over my cat, and then my cat started living in the house as well with my boyfriend and then his 2 dogs. And it was so, like, it felt so right. And I know it sounds kind of crazy because it was only like 3 months in and I'm already have like stuff in his apartment. My cat is basically living at his house because I didn't want to go back and forth all the time to take care of my cat. And it was that thing that you kind of, we didn't really talk about it much. He was just like, why don't you just bring some clothes here and leave it here? And then I started feeling bad for my cat because I was spending so many nights at his house, and he was like, why don't you just bring her here and let her stay here? I was like, okay. So it was just like a really like easy flow with how everything started of us living together. I know it's a very abnormal process of moving in with your partner, trust me. But keep in mind, I kept my apartment. I have only lived with a partner one other time, and that went sour. Obviously, that did not work out. So I had to move back home. And one of my biggest fears after that relationship was moving in with a partner again and then it not working out. And I left everything. I don't have an apartment, I don't have anything. And so, although him and I were basically living together after 3-ish months, I made sure to keep my apartment for, I think it was for a year. So I was paying for my apartment at one point and I wasn't even living there. At one point, we moved from Philadelphia to a suburb right outside of Philadelphia. And this time we moved together. My name was on the lease. We had a different apartment. Again, I just didn't want to let go of my apartment yet. So I had my apartment while we moved out of the city. So I still had some place to go when I went into the city. We decided to move outside the city because his job was basically in that area. And taxes in the city are crazy, this and that, all the above. So when we did that, he was like, you could let go of your apartment. And he's like, I understand if you don't want to just yet, but just so you know, I don't plan on going anywhere. You're going to be on this new lease. So if you want to let go of your apartment, you can. He was not pushing me to. And that also made me happy because it wasn't like he was trying to force me out of my own apartment. But then my boyfriend ended up getting a new job. So we wanted to relocate a little bit closer to his new job. So now we are here in this beautiful home in New Jersey. So when we were making that transition from Pennsylvania, we were in that apartment that we moved to for less than a year. We were there from March to October. So March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So we were there for 7 months. Gorgeous high-rise apartment. We were on the top floor. It had a pool, had all the amenities, all the things. Oh, I love that place. So when we were making that transition from that apartment and to New Jersey, I looked at him and I was like, all right, this is going to be the second time that we're moving together. Technically, the third place that we are living together. I was like, I think it might be time to let go of my apartment. And he was absolutely supportive. He was like, I think that's a good idea. At this point, you're just kind of paying rent. You've been paying rent for a year now and you don't even live there. You don't ever spend a night there. You just have your stuff there and it's just storage. And it was completely true. So when we were moving to New Jersey into this home, I decided to finally let go of my apartment. My timeline and story is so unique and different, and I'm happy I did that. Granted, I did pay rent for a full year that I really didn't need to, but that year I needed to just be sure, and it really made me realize like this is where I want to be and that I am comfortable with letting go of my place. And I was able to do that. Some people are not in that situation, and I totally understand. But I was able to keep my apartment for that year, and I'm grateful for it. And I'm grateful for the process that I went through. And again, it was just that feeling of security of knowing that I still have my place just in case something happens. But when you know, I could not be happier with how it went. Now, I am hoping that we stay in this home for a couple of years. We have moved, oh my gosh, I personally moved 3 times since being with him. And I was like, I just want to finally be able to settle in a little bit. And we decided that we're going to stay here for a couple years. So I am over the moon of where I am in my relationship and the process that I had to go through. And it was my own personal path that I took. I'm really grateful and thankful to be in this place now, living in this gorgeous home with my boyfriend and my forever partner, hopefully. So that is the story of how I moved in with my partner, and I would love to know your story. Let me know down in the comments the process you took to move in with your partner. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please subscribe to my channel if you did. Give this video a thumbs up so I know to make more of them. Leave a comment down below, and yep, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!